This is the archive of our WDev Showcase for February 2026. For each showcase, we review a video game as well as a store page from first-time developers and sometimes student teams. If you would like to submit a game to be reviewed for a future showcase, you'll find the rules and signups in the description of this video. Thanks for watching, and please enjoy this month's selection of indie games. Right off the bat, that movement is a little slow for me. Can I make it any faster? And it doesn't look like it. Oh, there we go. What if I had to set it up, or it had to like go there? Alright. Oh, I see. So right is our slow aim. 1 second. Now it's too fast, of course. Down just slightly. What are we doing here? What are we doing? Oh good, our mom's missing. Aw. A lot of photos. Alright, chat with our friend. I like the art style, but it does look a little blurry. Oh, there's my camera. Oh. I think I can change the... Yeah. Alright, camera's equipped. Where's this catfish I keep hearing everyone talk about? Oh, there's a catfish. Back to the tail. Now, how do I get back there? Do I just go like this? You can't like fall off this thing, can you? Looks like there's something on the top. Oh, thank you, Mom. Way to get up there. I can't. No. So you can't fall off. I'm not sure what happens if you do.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, oh.
Crouch. There we go. Oh. There's the old flowers. I am not seeing. Wait, if I jump, what happens? Whee! Oh, just wake up right back in bed. Statue doesn't do anything. Oh. Oh. Statue's gone. Oh, so that's us. Not sure if I'm missing something about how to get up there. Over here, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
I am not finding anything. Hmm. The catfish is certainly adorable. No, I think that's just the... Hmm. Oh, there's something I'm looking for. Oh, it's an egg. Wiggling on the left side. Hmm. Hmm. If the developer is watching, what am I missing? Because I am not seeing anything.
Hey, oh. Yeah. 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 Oh.
Yep, that's what I've been doing. Hmm. Is that it? Oh, there we go. When it said left side, I thought that was like on the fin itself. Hope it's not a musical game. Okay. Oh, a ring falling too? Alright, so fountain. Fly through. That reminds me a little bit of like a Katamari in terms of like the art style. Very combined fish in the same color. Right. One fish, two fish. Is that a ring? Oh. So I made the fish. I think I gotta take a picture of it. A real nightmare flying through this. Alright, we got a shell. Very dreamy. Alright, there's our fish. Right, got the shell. The journal. So I just use this. Okay. Back to it. try. So I think they just combine on their own, right? No. We want lots of fish. What's that up there? That mantle right? Hey. There we go. Oh, I gotta spawn the fish, don't I? I just want like near the place. Alright. Then we got all of them that we were. Oh, the dolphin chat, that's on the computer. That's right. Seems very charming. Oh, nice. Oh, jeez. Everyone doesn't mind that we've riding on a giant catfish. Oh. There you go. Oh. Do we get paid for this? Oh. Oh. What do they want? Oh. Mm-mm. Oh, jeez. Mm-mm. and we are out of time. Oh. Alright. As soon as this conversation is done, we'll switch over to our store page. Wait. How many catfish are there? Alright. Alright. More fish. You just fill the sky with fish. So as always, let's take a look at the thumbnail / capsule. I look at it again, like everything about this game has a very like hand-drawn aesthetic to it, which is nice. And I think your attention is kind of drawn, I would say, right to kind of like this dragon thing first, where everything has a nice flow to it. I don't know if there's anything that I would say I would critique as an issue with it. But yeah. It doesn't quite tell you what the game is about, but again, for like a short form game like this, that's going to be very hard to convey in just a thumbnail. But it is eye-catching. I would give it like a solid B. Now let's take a look at this trailer. There's that music again. Yeah, you can really get like the cozy vibe out of this. Looks like we will go to the ground. I like the use of the text, like kind of using like a very similar like cloudy font to it. But really nice trailer. Again, I think like the only nitpick I would have for something like that is that it doesn't really like end on any big moment. But again, for a game like this, it's not really designed around like an overly big moment or stuff like that. I would again put in like the B tier, really solid. I like kind of like the rapid transition of some of these screens, like right there. And we're talking about more like the cozy short form style. It's not really designed around like the same like high octane that we look for an action game or stuff like that. But good use of like the in-game font again, and it's not just like straight on, like kind of like being on an angle like that as well. So these thumbnail or these screenshots, like this, I think is a really nice screenshot for a game like this. I don't believe these are repeating from the trailer yet. Definitely not this one. Wait, does everyone ride giant fish in this world? Alright. Yeah. Everything looks really great there. I would say like the game is a little bit slow at the start. But that's just kind of like getting you into it. Let me zoom back out a little bit. And let's see what this is about this game. Nice GIF. Huh? Hmm. I don't even ever stop exploring. Yep. Again, like, I don't see, like, anything that I would be, like, critiquing as a huge problem for this. I think it's, like, hitting everything that it wants to for a game along these lines, so I think easy B, maybe a B+. The GIFs are solid. Categories. Like, this just feels like a very, like, solid template for any indie developers in terms of what you want for a page, in terms of having the different sections here, a little bit of text, and letting the GIFs sell the game for you. Over here. Now, here's where we do have a bit of an issue, or at least a bit something that I can critique. If we look at our title card, you are missing a few very useful genre tags. As we keep saying, you won't have at minimum 3, because this is how Steam's algorithm will start sending out the game. So, indie is a very easy tag. You should definitely have single player. And for a game like this, like with a genre, I'm trying to think what would be a good genre tag. Cozy, story. I would say definitely look at the genre recommendations or like the genre search and try to find at least one that will fit a game like this. But you definitely want at least single player on top. You have all your contact places here, which is great. This is Future Josh. I'm doing the editing for this part. I realize there is one genre tag that certainly could fit, and that is adventure. The adventure genre itself has really kind of become a catch-all, not only for like very puzzle-driven games, but also narrative and story-driven ones, and especially like the cozy vibe exploration style that this game is working towards. And with that, I'm out, and we're back to the video. I would also throw out that if you do have a Discord, it doesn't hurt to have a section or something to mention it over here. Steam has been a little bit wishy-washy on whether they'll let you like put something over here or just have it like in the About This Game section. But it's always good to remind people about it, because a lot of them will not, of course, stare at these little symbols. So this, I would say, maybe like a C for this section. Again, you're just missing the genre tags, which they're not important for the consumer side, but they are important for Steam side. But all in all, I think this is a really great store page. And again, for games like this that are not designed around, appealing to like super fast or reflex-driven games, I think this does well to demonstrate selling a more cozy, a short form, that particular style. And I do hope the game does well for you. I just think this is really solid. If the developer is watching, I'm curious if you wouldn't mind either mentioning it in the chat or on the comments on the video. What was kind of the inspiration for the game? I'll throw a little wish list on as well. Although that is only 2 very different games that it's recommending. It's just like David Diver and Blueprints. I'm sure someone's thinking about creating a game along those lines at some point. I would say maybe just as one minor nitpick from the trailer itself, you may want to mention that it's available on Steam or any other platforms you have it on. Just if you're going to show this like on YouTube or on social media. But with that, let us queue up our next game. Got my clock all ready. Let's go run our arcade. Like it's stuttering a little bit. Oh no. Alright kids, come on in. We just have one game. Oh my goodness. How's she making that much trash? Mm-hmm. Oh. Bring our coffee. Oh, jeez. Oh, God, I'm having a heart attack from the coffee. Ooh. Poor wombat. Dolphin? Okay. What lovely game should we play? Well, we don't have enough money. Let's see, play trash can. $50 for a trash can. Damn. Game. Oh, there you go. Oh, it came with money. Alright, kids. I don't know, I think they're just bringing in their trash to throw in my store. Nope. Oh, that was quick. The man is going. I feel like this trash can is gonna be worth it. But we need more games. We gotta earn that money, right? Oh. Well, people seem to really like this one. So can't go over here. Wait, can you play these games? Oh. Okay. Well, you can play the other ones, but not that. Oh, that's why I said playable, I see. Oh. Alright, kids. There's some good music. Oh. That noise. Okay. Okay. So how do I make my shop bigger? I'm starting to feel the pain of every, like, arcade owner right now. So what else can I get that will help? Cleaner. Aw. Mm. Mm-mm. Nope. I'm trying to like get them as close together as I can. Nope. Nope. Wrong one. Alright, come on, kids. I don't think we're going to see it in this demo, but I'm sure you can expand the size of this place, right? I'm not sure what affects demand, though. There's that one piece of trash that doesn't want to be found. I can buy a trash can now. Nope. Oh, thank you for the tips. Mm-mm. 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 We're gonna get so much trash, aren't we? Alright, kids, come on. So far, I think the game looks nice. However, I'm just kind of wondering, like, what else there is. Like, would there be, like, goals, or is it just going to be kind of like more like of an, like, idle side? I'll just keep playing, earning money, and rinse and repeat. wonder where our electrical bill is going to be. Oh, nice. Yeah, welcome to the stream. Now we have $0, so we're not going to be buying much. Try to keep it in like the 80 range, 80 to 90. Yep. We'll be able to get a larger store or a larger arcade. Doesn't take too much. People seem to really like Snake. Alright. There we go. Alright, kids. Please throw your trash in the trash can. Oh, it's helping. We're something to take out to the dumpster. Let's see, what else can we get? Minimal flossing? Expensive. There wireless thing. Oh, here we go. Expand. But not in the demo. Okay. Will the cosmetics affect anything in the main game? And are you planning on doing like any other kinds of like stuff in the arcade beyond just like the arcade machines? Okay. Not bad day's work. Probably for like, what do you think? We can maybe like 2 or 3 more machines. Another radio. Now we're earning some decent money. Let's see, can we squeeze one more in? You're going up. But your condition is very... Wait, it's only $9? Do we buy just for the cheapness? Alright, kids, here you go. Okay. At least there's no parents complaining that kids are spending all their money in the arcades. But I think we are about out of space. Can I move this? Yes. Over there. What? Oh. Alright. Let's see. What if I move you over here? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Oh. Oh. There. Yeah, but I think I'm all out of space. So I could buy the vacuum cleaner really fast. I feel like we are about at time as well. So, since you're here, are there going to be, like, beyond the upgrades, like, any goals or stuff along those lines in the finished game? Let's see. Alright. Oh. And that is time. Alright. Before we go, let's just see what this sweet, sweet vacuuming looks like. Mm-hmm. There we go. Alright. And one more time, get our money. And that will do it. Yeah, we just bought at the very end. Alright, before I run, or before we go to our next game... Start cosmetics here. Get some more neon. Do the cosmetics work? Because it doesn't seem like it's letting me buy anything. Definitely more money to expand. Okay. And look. Again, like our last game, I think this just gets like right to the point of like what this game is going to be. We have kids playing the arcade. Your eye is going, I think, be drawn to kind of like be white around the border here because it's the kind of the color that stands out the most on that thumbnail. And again, for a game like this, it's going to be very tricky to convey like what the game is going to be about. Well, I would say another very solid one. Your eyes are going to be kind of tracked from left to right. Like, from what I played, I don't see... I guess, like, anything else you could, like, throw in to, like, change this. So, I would put this in, like, a solid, like, B tier for a thumbnail. Now, let's take a look at this trailer. Now, it is a minute 43, and that can be a little bit long for your main trailer. Ideally, it should be like 60 to maybe like 90 seconds long. Or I'm sorry, 60, 90 seconds, about that. Should be like the max, but let's see what we have. Okay. I was not expecting to see that at the very end. Like, what you showed in the trailer, I think, was good. But it does feel like it's a little bit on the lengthier side. Let's see. Trying to get right back to it, and Steam is not behaving. Come on. Did we break Steam, the store page already? Music fits, I think, a game like this. And I like this part right here when you show the cosmetics. It would be nice at some point, like you show this part with like all the space. But then like for like the final part, we just go back to the smaller room. Like I think it would help to kind of show like near before we get to like the name reveal or the name tag at the end, to maybe like show me what the arcade looks like fully expanded, like show, you know, rows and rows of games, all the kids playing and all that. I was trying to see like where you could maybe like cut a few seconds, like this part right here. I feel like you could maybe like cut this part out of the trailer, as it's just kind of the player doing busy work. Because you're trying to sell the person on doing all this. Like, the cosmetic part, definitely keep in. This part right here. Alright. I would say as far as trailers go, it's okay. I would put this maybe in, like, the C tier. Just because it is a little bit on the longer side. But what you're showing here, I think, definitely works for a game like this. Now, one thing I just want to double check really fast. What I'm looking at right now is to make sure that this is all kept on the same version. I would honestly as well, like, as another point for the trailer, if you can maybe crop this so that you, or just hide the version number, because it does look a little bit out of place, like, for, like, your main trailer. And also, as another important point, for these thumbnails, I can see you're using different versions for the various thumbnails. You want to keep things consistent. And I would say, like, before launch or when you're about to start, like, really marketing this game, maybe do one, like, fresh kind of cut of the thumbnail so that everything is standardized. Because you don't want it to be like, this is version 1.7. This is version 1.4. And yet back to 1.77. I feel like this kid just looking very unhappy at the game he's playing. Alright, showing off the different things. Good. And like this one, there is no version number. And again, that's what you want for these kinds of games. Turning things off, showing off more games. And you definitely have a healthy number of screenshots for this. Again, I would say the only real critique is to just remove this version number and make sure that everything is standardized when the game is about to be released. And for people watching, as another like good example, for games like this, when there's like a lot of stuff you can show off, use your screenshots to do that. Because I've seen some store pages where it will just be like 5 screenshots, and it's all just like the same basic stuff. Well, for games like this, where you're going to have a variety of gameplay and a variety of things for the player to do, you can use them here to kind of show it off without over bloating out your trailer. So we once again have the cosmetics. We have our vacuum or trash scanner. Alright. I would put the screenshots maybe C+, maybe like B, I would give it. Again, the only real critique is just making sure to kind of crop out the version number and make that all standardized once the game is about finished. Let's go to our About This Game. With GIFs. Let's take your business. Yeah. I would probably have, for this section here about fix machines faster, clean more efficiently, I would probably have a GIF of that here. You know, there's someone just like doing like the vacuuming and sucking everything up. Operations, yep. Show the place off. And I would maybe like stand like for the trailer to show off like the neon lights or show a little bit more of the personalization there. Later, yeah. And it's good to see again, like a lot more indie developers making use of GIFs for the about this game section. The only I would say like nitpick I would have is that there's like kind of like no category sections like we saw in the previous one. We come back over here. You can see like each section has kind of like a title just to make it like stand out in the player's eye. Yep. And I noticed with these GIFs that you don't have the version number of the game, which again, that's what you want. You don't want to have that. Huh? Yeah. I don't see anything that's like, again, like sticking out as a negative. GIFs seem to be all standardized as well. For the top one. I would give this maybe like a B minus for it. So we have this, but we're okay. It means more traffic and higher profits. Selection. Yeah, maybe even have, since you have this GIF of like picking up the trash, I would say maybe even just like expand for maybe like half a second to show like the vacuum cleaner like just sucking up automatically to show kind of a before and after. But overall, I would say this is solid. Alright, let's get back over here. Now for the title card, you do meet the standard. You have the 3 genre tags, casual, indie, simulation. Again, like just minor nitpick. I would just throw single player in as well. Again, it doesn't hurt to have as many tags as you can on your title card. But I think those 3 work pretty well. You have all your stuff here. Yep. No complaints. I would say maybe B plus A for the title card. Again, just very standard what we want to see. All in all, I would say this is a solid store page. Your challenge is going to be, I think, standing out in the simulator market. Because there's just so many of these games being released now. Although I think Steam's algorithm may be a little bit drunk. Because I have no idea how this will be related to Mind Mogul and Timberborn. At least from my side of things. And it's good that your game is at least being considered among all the other simulators as well. Yeah, there's just so many of them now. All in all, I would say not bad. I am curious, like, to see, like, in the main game, just, I guess, like, how far you can really, like, take this in terms of expanding out. I guess from a mechanic standpoint, I'm assuming you're going to want multiple trash cans, right? They're supposed to, like, cut down, like, overall, like, you can't just have, like, one trash can your entire store is going to work for everything. But yeah. Again, I think for a game of this like particular style, I think it works. Other than us running to the cosmetic bug not working. But I think that will take care of things. So let's move on to game number 3. And thank you again for submitting, as well as to the developer of the Wide Open Skies Running Out of Catfish. Let's get it. Okay, I'm just moving here. Oh. Alright, so we're touching these. Yep, no problem. Am I supposed to clear out the dirt, or am I supposed to avoid it? Also, for the developer watching for this game, it would be nice to maybe have a tutorial prompt just so the player know which keys are used for movement. Again, I've played so many games so I can kind of guess. Well, for someone new... Oh! Ow. Alright, so we're doing that. Ah, welcome. We got the death achievement as well. Now let the Sokoban pushing begin. I can see where this is going. Oh. Oh, I see. Oh. That's better. So if I collapse it, is it just gonna kill me, or can I move out of the way? Oh, jeez. While boulders dropping. Well, those don't look happy. Alright, so if I let it out, I'm just curious what it's going to do. Does it follow me? Okay, so it's just going on its own. Okay. Alright, so it's just following the path like that. Okay. Alright, so it should be safe. And one more. Can I push it into the dirt? No. Oh! Sure, what happened there? Did the boulder roll on me kill me? Or was it the explosion? Oh, I now know they detonate. Alright. Which way are you going? Oh. Oh, good. Time for our lesson. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, wait. I think I could have just pushed that, right? Hmm. Wait, can I roll the boulder on it? Nope. Let's see. Oh! Oh, I know what we gotta do. That. Oh, should I dug up that dirt before I left? Where this is going. Oh. How did that fall? If there's any space, it's just gonna roll off. These boulders have a mind of their own. So far, so good. Did that. I know there's the one to the right. Did I miss? Yeah, I missed one over here. Is there an undo option in this? That. So you can't push those out of the way. Okay. My one concern is that given, like, if these rooms are getting larger than a single screen, it can become very frustrating if you get like 3/4 of the way through, you mess up, and then you have to redo the entire puzzle. Okay. Oh, well, that's good. Yeah, they're kept to like a single screen or at most like 2 screens. It shouldn't be that bad. Oh, I see. I need to somehow lure this guy. For it. That. I thought I screwed up there for a second, but I think this should still work. I hope. We're moving. Does he go through the fog, or... So we have to go like this. If I take all the... dirt... Okay. Oh, good, we have slime monsters. Is this gonna kill me? Get for it. Ah. A little slow. Oop. Better. Oh, let's see. The little slime guy has a statue in him. Okay. The escalation of the mechanics is pretty nice. I guess we're speedrunning this. Oh, no. I see what I can do. Come on, guys. Oh, too slow. Those different intervals got me. Ah, nuts. What do you? That should be better. Yeah, I would say like the one thing from like the user perspective is that again, larger rooms will always make the person think like there's that these levels are just going to get larger in that respect. And that can lead to them feeling like it gets a little bit bloated with how much time they need to spend to kind of redo the puzzles. I think I'm screwed. Yeah, like, I will say, like, the two large rooms are probably my least favorite levels in the game so far. Oh. Because it takes a little bit longer to explore them. Let's see, how many more do we have? 4. Since we are at time, I'm going to do a fast forward because I just want to see how it expands out. Do they kill me on sight? Do they stalk me? What? Hi. Oh! Oh, jeez. We're playing a Bomberman now. Right? Again, good variety of the different mechanics and elements in the levels. Let's see here. Oh. Did I hit my limit of skipping? Alright. I think it's okay. It's hard to tell, because your eyes immediately going to be drawn to the title and then to Cthulhu over here. That it is, in fact, a Sokoban. Because you can kind of see the character down here, but it's a little hard to tell just by looking at this, like, immediately what this game is. If the majority of it is going to be taking place, like, underground, maybe show off, like, more of the Sokoban or, like, more of the block pushing. Because it's just, like, a little bit obscured by it being, like, just, like, this little section of the thumbnail. I like the use of the tentacle as the S there. Again, that's going to immediately draw the person's eyes to it. I just don't know if this thumbnail is really, like, conveying to someone, like, what this game is. Like, because they're not going to look at this if they're, like, looking on store pages, or, I'm sorry, like, looking on, like, a showcase or something along those lines. I would give this maybe a C for the thumbnail. Because it has kind of, like, a different challenge compared to our previous two games that are more either simulator or more abstract. For a game like this, again, it's hard to tell if this is really conveying to someone on first look that this is going to be a puzzle game. Let's go to our trailer here. I mean, this right away gives you the idea this is going to be a puzzle. So you're going to have, like, exploding. Yeah, we just did that. Good. That's a good one to show there as well. I gotta ask, are there any, like, quote-unquote boss fights in the main game? Available, good. Alright. I think the only nitpick that I have about the trailer is that you could maybe cut out a few seconds at the end. Because it is just, like, stuck on there. But it's, like, right at, I think, about, like, the max length. You have, like, this little monster here. As kind of, like, the final part of the trailer. Monsters. I think this is a really solid trailer. Again, the games that we've been showing off so far have not been, like, on the reflex-driven side, so we can't go, like, super high-octane. But it's conveying, I think, very easily what this game is going to be. Okay, so there's going to be a boss fight. Okay. I guess as a kind of like minor spoiler question, is this right here the quote-unquote boss fight, or is there something bigger for that episode? Also, from an accessibility standpoint, I would recommend that if the player is like getting stuck in a puzzle, like they're going like 3-4 tries and they're not getting past it, it may be useful to have like a little tutorial prompt, let them know, hey, you can skip the puzzle if you're having trouble with it. Because yes, it is on the main menu, but you can't always rely on the person like immediately noticing that if they're like stuck or getting frustrated in the game. Okay, so that is the boss of episode 1. Okay. Again, for what it's marketing or who it's advertising for, I think this is a really solid trailer. Show the puzzles. And if you're going to do like marketing like on social media, even just like a GIF of like showing everything falling down could be a fun one to like to show people. Overall, I think I would put this in the B range as trailers go. Nothing really much to critique other than maybe just like cutting out like 3-4 seconds at the end. Yeah. Yeah, you can never. You don't want to trust the player to reach a point where you give them a hint or give them the ability to skip if it's going to be available from the beginning. Let's see. Now, the screenshots, I do see a bit of a problem because it looks like a lot of these are repeats from the trailer. You know, that one we showed, that, and that. Is that in the trailer? I think that one was too. Again, with the screenshots, you want to use different parts that you didn't show in the trailer. And again, for a puzzle game like this, you are going to be quite limited in terms of how much variety you can really show to the player. Let me pop out full screen there. But again, I think they still do a good job of conveying to the person what this game is going to be about. One thing I will say, though, Steam definitely, at least for this one, picked up exactly like the algorithm in terms of similar games that I've played. Let's get back to here. Alright. Now, for this about this game section, there are no GIFs. Which again, like if you're going to, when you're trying to sell the person on them, you really do want that. Like especially with the explosion, and again, watching falling boulders is fun. Those would make really solid GIFs. And more importantly, those are things you can also put on social media, Twitter, Blue, whatever you're on, to show people about the game. But again, push boulders and watch them fall. Like this would be like the perfect section to have like that GIF of boulders falling down. Any types of monsters. Like a short GIF, maybe just showing like 2 or 3 monsters doing monstery things. Uncover the secrets. So it's 18 levels. Sounds. And again, like for the market that you're aiming for, like you're describing everything that people want to see. Again, I would just throw some GIFs in to like really like show people what this game is. Without GIFs, I can't put it into the B range. I would maybe say C plus for it. For episodes. Now let's go over to the title card. You have your 3 genres, which again, that is the minimum. I would add single player and puzzle to this one. Again, like for any new developers watching this, genre tags, as long as they fit your game, go crazy with adding them. Because this is how Steam is going to let people know about it. You have your Blue Sky, you have your Discord. Everything is good. And it seems like Steam is doing a decent job of picking up what this game is. You know, a lot of the turn-based ones, a lot of the puzzles, Sokobons. So it at least is getting out there in terms of the algorithm. Yeah. I would say B plus for the, maybe B plus A minus for the title card. You have all the major places you are. You have your Discord. Just a few more genre tags that fit would just like help out. I would say overall this is a solid store page. The only point that I think really like critique you on is just having some GIFs here. Because they'll do a great job of selling people on the game. As for the game itself, I think it's good. As I said, like the only part that started to feel like a little bit of a drag is when you get to the very large rooms or the large levels where it's more than like 2, maybe 3 screens large. Because that can start to feel like a little bit frustrating if you die 2 screens in and you have to repeat everything that you did to get back to that point. And those would be the rooms I would also suggest that if you are going to have a tutorial prompt to let the player know that they can skip the chamber they're feeling frustrated, those would definitely be the rooms to put that in on. But yeah. Best of luck for the game's launch in about a month, or less than a month at this point. I always forget that February is the short month. But yeah, thank you for submitting it. I'm back again for a quick editor note. For the 4th and final game of the showcase, we ran into a problem that the game was just crashing on load, and we were not able to get it resolved. So there will not be any gameplay footage for this section, and we're going to skip right to the store page review. Thumbnail is okay. I feel like the font makes the text kind of like all like run together just a little bit. See the bad guy. See a cute little lizard. Your eye is probably going to be drawn to either like right there, or of course the giant Q. But yeah, I would say this is like a overall average thumbnail for like these kinds of games. Let's see, I don't see anything bad. I don't see anything that's like particularly like catching my eye for a game like this. I would give it maybe C plus for the thumbnail itself. Let's go to the trailer. Showing off moves. I like that showing off that the person took 0 damage there. I like the use of the zooming in as well. That was a nice transition at the end. Alright. I mean, trailer-wise, I think you're... So this is the... That's a story trailer. This is the gameplay trailer here. I think gameplay-wise, you are showing off all the right stuff for a game like this. Variety of skills. Of course, you have your review quotes. I like showing off the variety of tactics as well. Although, I would say that this part right here just felt a little bit distracting. But it's not really like you're showing action, you're just showing like stats. It's like a little weird to like be like zooming in and out during like those parts of it. And showing off different moves. Yeah, and I would have... Yeah. Since you kept it still during... Where was it? Right here? No, it's the one that was a little bit after. Yeah, but like, when you're doing the menu, I think I would rather the camera just be static rather than trying to pan in or out. Because it's just like a little bit awkward to like be reading like what the text is there. And I like when you do the transition right here to the title. Yeah, really, I would say again, another really solid trailer for you. We've had some really good trailers, I think, for this month's showcase. Show what the players are going to be doing. So, let's see. So this is like kind of like more like of a narrative trailer. And both trailers, again, are doing a good job of showing off a variety of enemies, variety of environments, and a variety of skills. Okay. Again, the only thing that I would critique this first trailer on is just the use of the camera panning during the like non-combat sections. Yeah, like, this part just went by so fast I couldn't really, like, read what was happening. Yeah. Page, good. Yeah. And I would put the trailer, I think, easy B tier. Again, shows variety, gives the player a really good idea what they're going to be doing. Take a look at these screenshots. Showing the map. I think my main critique about the screenshots, well, you have a lot of nice ones. I would have liked to have seen like a few more of the like the menu ones. Because again, like what you showed in the trailer here, it goes by so fast it's hard to make out everything that's on there. Also, as another bit of a no-no, I don't know if you can make it out on the stream, but if you look really carefully... Okay, yeah, my border is actually blocking it, but in the bottom left-hand corner of the thumbnail, it says Early Access version 0.2.1. Again, you want to keep your thumbnails consistent. And I would probably remove, either crop it or use more up-to-date screenshots. Yeah. And I would like at least a few screenshots showing off kind of like player decision making, or showing off like the actual game in motion with the different GUI elements. Because if we're talking about like a strategy game or a strategy RPG, that kind of turn-based, people will want to see like what are some of the decision making that's going to go into playing it. And let me see, I didn't count. You have a total of, they count that in there. So you have 10 screenshots. So you do meet that. I do like that you do feature different screenshots than, of course, what was just featured in the trailers. I would say maybe C plus B minus for the screenshots. Again, just removing the ones that have early access on them, and a few more showing off actual game systems would help out a lot. So down here. Oh, bit of a typo or a formatting point right here. You can probably just move this down one so it's not like bumping up against your title card here or your section card. Again, I really like from just watching, I like the different like animations that you have for a lot of these actions. Like watching like all the enemies fall down, like they all jump at the player, but he just blocks them away. Those are really good as well for marketing. And this one has the undo button. It's mentioned right there. Hmm. I mean, it's good to let people know about that one. Where's I? Mm-hmm. Yeah, like as I was just saying a minute ago, in terms of the screenshots, it would be nice to have a screenshot just like showing off like this kind of detailed for the person. Okay, so here's some replay. Kind of like what we saw in like Super Hot, some of the other games. Alright. I think this is another solid store page, or about this game section. Other than just like this little typo you have right there, or formatting issue. General variety. I think the only thing that I would add is that there's one part that's missing from the trailer that isn't really explained here in this page. If we go back up here, like it would be nice to have a section explain like what like the store is going to be, what this is, because this is like the only part that's not really mentioned or shown anywhere else other than in your trailer. So I would say overall, for a store page like this, I think maybe like B minus or B for it. Because again, like for marketing this towards like strategy RPG fans, tactical fans, you're showing off a lot of different moves, you're showing off a lot of different things the player can be doing. So I think it's hitting that point. I just find it kind of funny that there is a section dedicated to an undo feature. Which is, again, like I'm jumping out, but there's a lot of games that don't have that anymore. They're not mentioning it. So it's good to kind of bring that point up. Now, as for over here. So our last 3 games either had just the bare minimum or were lacking in terms of genre tags. You went above and beyond for sure. Adventure, casual, indie strategy. I think the only one you missed is maybe single player. I don't know if puzzle would quite fit for a game like this. But I mean, you got every single point. You have YouTube, you have Discord, you have a website. If you're on any, like, the only thing I would nitpick is if you do have, like, any social media presence, whether it is on Twitter, X, Blue, whatever, just to feature that right here somewhere. But you have all the right tags, you have a website, you have Discord. No idea why I would bring Prim up. Was this listed? Yeah. Oh, I guess it's because you have the adventure genre. It is bringing up all the adventure games as well. It always like surprises me in terms of like what games they pick for the more like this. All right. But again, I would say maybe easy like B plus A minus for the title card. Like overall, I will say like for the 4 games that we've played for this month's episode, all 4 store pages have been relatively solid. And again, between these 4 games, all 4 have been more on the turn-based or kind of like smaller scale side. Like we're not looking at any FPSs or reflex-driven titles this time. So I think they've all done a good job showing off their respective games and their respective markets. And again, when you're making a store page like this, your marketing needs to be tied to who you're aiming your game for. If it's a turn-based strategy game or one where there's a lot of decision-making, you won't be showing that off. If it's a story-driven, more cozy vibe game, you're going to show that point off. Again, the only unfortunate is that we didn't get a chance to play it. So, unfortunately, again, we didn't get a chance to play this one. And we'll have to hopefully try to get to it at some point if these kinks can be worked out. But, since there is technically no 4th game, it means that we're going to wrap things up here. So, for the people watching, as a quick kind of final recap, we had The Wide Open Sky is Running Out Catfish, very cozy, and again, like very more on the wholesome, story-driven side. The Arcade Shop Simulator, if you want to run your own little arcade. Abysm, for the Sokoban Lovecraftian fans in the audience. And Quarterstaff for the tactical play, which again, we were not able to show off. But I'll be posting the archive of this in a few days. Be sure if you're watching, if you're interested in these games, to give them a follow, wishlist, or check them out. And with that, we'll wrap up this month's Debut Dev Showcase. So, as I said at the start, if you are a developer with a game that you would like me to take a look at for a future showcase, you'll find a link to the sign up and rules down in the description. If you, again, for the new folks, do the YouTubing, stuff, check out the Discord, Patreon, all that. And if we hit our monthly goals, we'll have more monthly or more streams for the next month. We already have, I think, 2 or 3 additional signups. If we get 1 more, then we are locked in for March's showcase. Thanks for watching, and a special thank you to our Patreon supporters. If you enjoyed the video, do the YouTubing stuff. Be sure to visit our Discord and Patreon, and you're interested in more in my thoughts on design, check out my game design books.